Hey YouTube, Mike the Rinnai guy here. How are we all doing today? I hope you all have a safe and productive week and we're enjoying installing our Rinnai tankless heaters. Okay, disclaimer, again, I do not work for Rinnai. They do not sponsor this channel. Okay, that on the side. Alright, today's video, as you can see, there is no prop. There is a dry erase board and a piece of Rinnai literature. A quick story. When I started this channel, I made a list of 25 videos. And through the months of producing the videos for the channel, I would get questions. And I would answer the questions when I got quite a few of them. And of course, now that we produce a video a week, I get a lot of comments and a lot of emails, and I talk to a lot of people. And I talk to a lot of plumbing contractors and general contractors. And I know in past videos I said, okay, listen, we're gonna, jump to another video because this is a question that I get a lot and I want to answer it. Well, I was looking over a list because I keep track of everything, and I would say the number one non-technical question that I get, so no venting, no gas, no water piping, is sizing. Sizing a Rinnai tankless heater for a specific house or commercial building. Now, I get a lot of plumbers from all over the world that I communicate with. And it's funny, it's Rinnai USA, but the Rinnai Guy channel is actually Rinnai Guy the World, because I communicate with people all over. I mean, I have 7 plumbers that I communicate in England that about a year ago they started to do tankless heaters, and we went through the sizing, installation. Of course, it's all through email. I've talked to an engineer, communicated through email in Mongolia. So that's where this channel goes. And I now have gotten so many questions, 3 maybe a week or more, about sizing. And plumbers and contractors are seeing the benefits of installing a Rinnai or a tankless heater in their, whether it's their customer's home or a new build or a renovation. But they see the benefit of the Rinnai and what it gives in quality, reliability, longevity, and customer service, rebates, so on and so forth. So we're going to go over sizing. Now, I did this on my podcast, but we're going to do this as per the manual, each individual unit and what they're good for. So you can keep this as a reference when you go to a customer's home or you're building a new home, to what size unit you would need, or if you need multiple units. Okay, this is the Rinnai literature that we carry on our truck, we give to customers. Now, I can tell you this. Rinnai, well, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I went to a seminar in 2017 where they flew me to Peachtree City, and they did like marketing and stuff like that. And one of the vice presidents was up front, and he gave us paper, and he said, write down on the paper what you do to sell your tankless heater. So I wrote Michael Electronico, Economy Plumbing and Gas Services. I might put my pen down. They collected everything. They brought the stuff up. They gave it to the gentleman. The gentleman took the paper, went through them, started asking questions, got to my paper, and I could see him staring at it. He turns it around. He goes, Mike, what's this? I says, that's what I do to sell it. He goes, there's nothing there. I said, that's exactly it. The tankless sells itself. I don't need to sell the tankless. I just need to sell how I'm installing it, where it's going to go, what it's going to look like, and what the service is going to be. Other than that, they already know about the Rinnai. So it was that's a little quick, funny story. Okay, let's not get off on a tangent. All right, the first unit that Rinnai makes. This is now made here in the United States. Their first unit is a V5.3, and it is now DE. All right? It is, again, like I said, you got papers. You don't need to memorize this stuff. You got literature, you got papers. It's 120,000 BTUs. That's what that unit is. Okay. What this unit is good for. Now, bathroom is going to be B, kitchen is going to be K. Okay? So it's 1B and 1K. So, you have a small home that has one bathroom, one kitchen. Perfect. You could get away with 2, but it's perfect for 1. Here in Florida, we put these in to cottages that are rented or in a mobile home park that has the small cottages that they rent out when people don't have an RV. Works perfect, and it is an exterior model only. So it's an outside unit. That's the unit right there. Okay? Exterior only. So, now, again, it's good for 1 bathroom, 1 kitchen. The next is a V65. All right? They make that in an I and an N. Interior, excuse me. They make that in an interior and an exterior. I'm thinking N for natural. Of course, all of this is made in natural gas and propane. All right, this unit is 150,000 BTUs, and it's good for 2 baths and 1 kitchen. So, you have another little bigger house. It's got 2 bathrooms. You could do the V65. Now, I know in past videos I do not use the V series. I do not use the V75 or the V94. But I do use this because they do not make an RL65 or an RL53. They only make it in the V series. And here, there's the 65 right there, interior, exterior, and again, that's the 53. All right? So you're going to get these in the white series. Now, we're going to now step over to, in the V series, they make a V75 and a V94. They make an RL75 and an RL94. So, we're going to go an RL 7.5 is 100, I think it went 180. Yep, 180 BTUs. And it's good for 3 baths and 1 kitchen. All right? So, you have now a house, 3 bathrooms and a kitchen. Now, you gotta watch. Some houses might have 2 kitchens. So there might be 3 bathrooms but 2 kitchens. Kitchens. You could use the most water in a kitchen sink. Dishwashers use about 5 gallons of water. A wash machine can use about 5-6 gallons of water, the new style, especially the front load. Your bathrooms, showers, because remember, it is showers and kitchen, sinks. Showers you can use, a big shower, we just put in a 36-inch rain head. All right, that used 2.2 gallons per minute. It had a shower head at 1 gallon a minute. It had 4 body sprays and a handheld. Add that all up, you're almost at a 7.5. You could use a lot of water. But in a kitchen, that's why kitchens are important. When you go to a customer's house, you're going to say, okay, how many bathrooms you have in a house with showers? You don't want the half the baths. It's a sink and a toilet. Well, I have 3 bathrooms. I have a dishwasher, a washing machine. Dishwasher and washing machine, you don't have to count them because they don't use that much water. It's the kitchen sink. If you hand wash dishes, you could use 30 gallons of water. Minimum 30 gallons of water. If you hand wash a dinner for 4 people, 30 gallons of water. So that's why kitchens are very important. So if you run into a house that, say, has 3 bathrooms, 2 downstairs and a kitchen, and then there's the mother-in-law that lives upstairs. and they have one bathroom and a kitchen. Well, remember, that's 2 kitchens you gotta add. So in a house like that with 2 kitchens, you might want to do an RL94 or a V94. Okay, so we're gonna take this out here. We're gonna put an RL94. We're gonna take the 3 and we're gonna go to a 4. Okay, and this here becomes 199,000 BTUs at the RL94. That's good for 4 bathrooms and a kitchen. You probably could get away with 2 kitchens without, because, usually they're not used at the same time, but you want to make contingencies. So now, what happens now, say you have a house that has 5 or 6 bathrooms in the house, all right? And say a kitchen. We have a house now that we're doing that has 7 bathrooms, 2 hair washing sinks, 1 hair washing sinks, 2 pedicure chairs, 2 washing machines, 1 kitchen, and a laundry sink for laundry, and another laundry sink for she's an artist. So we're doing 2. So we're doing on one side of the house an RUR 199 and an RU 199, and then on the other side of the house an RUR 199 and an RU 199, because everything is pretty much split down the center. One side has a little bit more bathrooms, but the other side has the hair washing and the pedicure chairs. So you gotta watch and you gotta ask. When you get there, you gotta ask what you got in the house. And of course, the bigger the house, the more you would have to do. So let's just say you have a 6 bath and you have 1 kitchen, and it's all on one unit. You can do 2 RL 7.5, whatever, either IN or P and N, IE or P and N, and then link them together. So you do the EZ connect cable. So you're going to take the 2 units. You have the PC boards here, and then you're going to go from here to here, and they're going to talk to each other. So now you increased this 2 7.5s, which is 15 GPM, but we're going to get into something in a minute with the GPM. And now you increased it for 6 bathrooms and a kitchen. Or you can do 2 9.4 if you feel they want a little bit more hot water. All right. Now, the GPM, gallons per minute. That is the model number of the V and the R series. When you get into the RU and the RUR series, now it's giving you the BTU value. All right? So you have the GPM. So you have a GPM of 7.5. So you got an RL 7.5. That means out of the box, you have 7.5 gallons per minute. So you have a thing called the delta T. The delta T is a mathematical figure that goes between ground temperature let me write that a little better. Sorry about that. And set point. That's, say, 120 degrees on the controller. So you have ground temperature, now we're going to use it here in Florida, of 80 degree water. Then you have a set point temperature of 120. So that is a 40 degree DT, delta T. If you do the mathematical equation, and you can look this up on the internet, just Google how do you calculate delta T? And it'll give you the formula, and you'll save it in your notes. So on a 7.5, this delta T is down to about 6.9. Now I have customers that say, I want this at 140. Well, for starters, you're only going to get 140 at the sink. You're not going to get it at the showers because of the pressure balance shower body. And on a lot of all your new builds, they have a mixing valve under the vanity for the tub. So you're only going to get like 113 degree water out of that. So I tell my customers, it's in your head, you ain't going to get it. Because that shower body is not going to give it to you. My tankless has been set at 115, and I take a beautiful hot shower. 120 degree water, you could burn yourself. So remember, at your shower, it is not 120. You're mixing water. So your GPM coming out of your shower head, if your shower head is, say, 2.0 gallons per minute, it's really like 1.2 because you have cold water mixing in with that. So you have a 40 degree delta T. So that's why you want to keep the tanklesses low. Explain to your customers what I just said, and you want to keep the tanklesses low. Because the lower the GPM, the lower the temperature, the higher the GPM goes. You'll never get it out of the box, but you can get it close to it. Okay, so remember that. That's with every single Rinnai tankless. All right, so now we're going to get into the RU, my favorite series. They have the RUR and the RU. All right. The RU series, they have an RU180 and an RU199. And then an RUR, then in the RUR, so the RU is the condensing unit. It's got 2 heat exchangers, and it's a higher, it's like 94% efficient, all stainless steel. Then you have the RUR, which is a 160 and a 199. That's the recirc unit, all right? Both of those units, all of these units, you got the 180, which is 180,000 BTUs. So an RU180 is, you can get away with 3 baths, 1 kitchen. An RU199, and that is, of course, I don't have to give you the BTUs because it's 180,000, 199,000. You can go 4 baths and 1 kitchen. All right? Now, you have an RUR160. You have an RUR199. This is equivalent to the RL75. This is equivalent to the RL94. But it's you can get away with a little bit bigger. Like you could do 5 bathrooms with that. You know, as long as it's not like 30 people in the house, you could do like 5 bathrooms. But 4 bathrooms, you want to keep it good. So this here is 3 baths and 1 kitchen. And this is 4 baths and 1 kitchen. And being a lefty, I erase everything. Excuse me one second, I gotta grab my water. Tell you, it's a beautiful day here in Florida. So that would be, now, when you, and it's not a PUR, it's an RUR. When you are sizing this, you know, when you ask, go and ask your customer as you size it, they're going to spend the money for, say, an RU. You can pretty much sell them an RUR. Because when you ask them, you have a troublesome fixture. You got to wait, oh yeah, got to wait 5 minutes, 4 minutes for the water. Well, once you explain the RUR, you're selling this. You're selling either this one or this one. It's pretty much, you know, it's a no-brainer. Now, I'll give you an example of using 2 units. We have an 8-room bed and breakfast that we had, they had 2 RL94s on. Well, they broke down. So we ended up doing 1 RUR1. Listen, look at me. Look at me today here. 1 RUR199 and one RU199, and then we connected them together, and who's your uncle? Bob. It works perfectly. They got more than enough hot water, plus we put the thermal bypass valve underneath the father's sink, and now they have recirculation through the 8 rooms, which is all on one floor. They have a second floor that we have a separate tankless on in the front and the back. We have an RL94 for the back, 3 rooms, and an RL94 in the front, 3 rooms. Why did we use the 94 instead of a 7.5? Produce more water. Remember, it's not the family that lives there. They're guests, they're renters. God knows how long they're in the shower. God knows how many times they're in the shower. Plus, complaints, you have to give money back. We put the bigger units in. So, that is perfect for, say, 8 bathrooms, and it works perfectly. We have them in over a year. They've never had one complaint. So, when you go in to sell these units, you want to know baths with showers, kitchens, and you want to know big tubs. If it's a standard soaking tub, like just a standard 5 foot by, what is it, around 36, so it's inside diameter is around 34, a regular unit will fill it. Because remember, it's endless hot water. You're filling that tub, and especially if you got a high flow faucet. Now, but remember, you gotta let the customer know. You know, a lot of those tubs are 3/4 fed. They have no aerators. They have nothing, no water restrictors. They dump water into that tub to fill it up pretty fast. A lot of times they're going to add a little bit of cold water because they're not going to get into a tub, especially if it has a mixing valve with 113-degree water. That's hot. So they're going to mix it a little bit. So you're going to ask them and take a look at it. Go look at the tub. Go in the house and look at the fixtures. All right? You're selling this to them. You're now going to become part of the family once you install one of these units. You're part of the family now. So go in there and take it. So you want to know baths with showers, kitchen sinks, big bathtubs. The dishwashers, the washing machines, the hand sinks, they don't count. And again, if it's an exotic house, the people are building a really large, expensive home, find out. Now that house that I was telling you with the 8 bathrooms, until I went and looked at the house, which was just sticks, and talked with the superintendent, did I find out about the hair sinks and the pedicure and the 2 big wash tubs. That's when I found out about it. When I spoke to the salesman, because I install water filters for him in their big homes. And then he found out that I do these Rinnais. He told me about the house and I told him what he would need. But he neglected to tell me about one extra bathroom, those 2 big tubs, and the pedicure and hair sinks. So, you know, they're going to use a lot of water. You know, a wife with 3 daughters. So, and they have someone come in to do their hair. And their toner, I guess their manicure, pedicure. So, I mean, it's a 12,800 square foot home. Massive. It's got like a 10 cars, 5-car garage times 2 on both sides. Massive house. We'll be doing that and so look for Instagram. I actually have the house posted, photos of it on Instagram, but I'll be showing the install. And these are going to be exterior units. And like I said, we're doing one RUR 199, and they have a dedicated return line on both sides, and an RU 199 on both sides so that they can get the maximum amount of water. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned a bit from it. I will post in the comments the numbers and the sizes. So we'll start with the V53 and we'll work all the way down to the RUR. And then again, my email is in the comments below. If you have a question, or if you if you want a Rinnai Guy sticker, send me your info and I'll send it out. And oh, and next week is the drawing for the phone holder. So look forward to that. I got about 125 names so far. So we'll give it this week and we'll draw a winner next week, and just send me your info and I'll mail it out to you. All right? Okay, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you for all of the comments, all of the likes, the thumbs up. You know, hit the bell, subscribe. You're going to get notified. I do a video a week. Check out my Instagram, which is the Rinnai guy Mike, and my name, Michael Latronico, but I'll have it in the description below. And listen for my podcast, The Rinnai Guy. Okay, YouTube, you all be safe out there, and I'll see you next week on the next video. Bye-bye now.